Hi guys, I think you can see this is Gunting. That's a Bentley Continental GT W12. Interesting, we got the car this week. Bentley is celebrating their 100 years this year, and this car and that car would not have been possible were if not for Ferdinand Piëch, which Con rightfully pointed out. You know. So Bentley, I think I've done walk around videos of this car multiple times. That's Bing. I've done walk around videos on this car multiple times, and we all know how beautiful it looks, how lovely its interior is, and what a joy. Just look at it. Now, in Bentley's resurgence, people have sort of treat Bentley as the equivalent of a luxury car of Rolls-Royce's stature. That is completely true. And if you don't notice, this is a slope. In usual cars, you can bring your German luxury car here and try and open the door will fling back and close. But not a Bentley. Alright? Its doors are designed so that it holds whatever angle that you stop. I know German cars have this mechanism back then, but they have stops, they have engineered stops whereby there are just certain clicks where it holds the door, but not this one. This one is any angle. And you look at the interior, let's have another look at this gorgeous interior. Alright, it is just gorgeous, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The touch points, the switches and all that. Now, there is a clear distinction between a Bentley and a Rolls-Royce. Sorry for the cloth. That's to wipe anything in case we need to. Bentley used to be the sport version of Rolls-Royce when it was under the Rolls-Royce brand. They share platforms, they share the exact same models, and then the sporty version would be Bentley. The luxurious comfort version would be Rolls-Royce. Not like Bentley isn't comfortable. It's extremely comfortable, very cosseting, and yet you can drive this like an M car or an AMG car, except that it has way more power. Right? And it's just a beautiful car, a sight to behold, a sight to behold. And see that little 12 badge here, the W12 badge is shown here. Alright, W12 is also the brainchild of Ferdinand Piëch. Alright, and this has now become a Bentley hallmark. Alright, look at that. Isn't this a beautiful car? Okay, let's go drive it. We've done the walk around, so I'll put a link in there and I'll go have a drive. Cheers. Okay, I'm in the Bentley. I love the keys, man. The keys look beautiful. Let's start the car. Whew. Look at that. Damn. W12, okay? And let's put it into reverse. Let's adjust the stock. Wait, must be here somewhere. Okay. Ooh. The mechanism for the column is absolutely silent. Whatever cars you have driven, the moment you hop up to one of these British luxury cars, you're like intimidated. Not just because of knowing the power, but also the size and heft of their cars. Now, I've read something last time that there is an unspoken rule in Bentley that all cars should rightfully be... Damn, sorry, I need to interrupt this. This is such a genius way to adjust aircon vents. You don't need some ugly knobs and all that, right? They just covered the surface of that metal, polished metal fin in there to be comfortable to the touch, and you just adjust it like that. Damn. Yeah, there's an unspoken rule in Bentley that all cars should be more than 2 tons. So I twirl this knob. Oh, that knob is just fantastic too. Sports. So now I'm in sports mode. That's the mode that Bentley is comfortable in, because Bentley, people might not know, is first and foremost a sporting brand than a luxury brand. And let's look at how it... What the hell is going on? Whoa! This is a rocket ship, man. This is a car with such an immense power that I cannot judge whether it's good or bad to drive, because I'll be busy manhandling its power. Oh my god, W12 engine, they pull like nothing else. Now if you've been in the Mercedes V8 turbocharged engine, an AMG, and you thought that is the craziest shit ever, this is another dimension. Largely with the way it pulls you, not so much with the absolute horsepower, but the way it pulls you is just another dimension. It's a bit crazy, man. Holy moly. It's a bit scary. Now, is the car big and heavy and clumsy? Not at all. Despite the weight of the car, Bentley always engineer their car to be lively, steering to be slightly on the lighter side even if you're in sport mode, and visibility is fantastic even though the car looks huge. My god. Yeah, I'm amazed with the visibility though. The A-pillars, the little window here, the side mirror, all that there's little to no obstruction of my view except not very fast car in front. Damn, scary. Oh, the pedals feel so good. Polished aluminium pedals, just there, and with the knurled pattern behind for grip, not some cheap plastics or rubber. Oh my god. Let's put it back to Bentley mode instead of sport mode, because it's a little bit scary. Get out of my way! I'm a fine gentleman. Okay, anyway, you won't be driving like this, right? In a Bentley. And damn, the roads are bad, but it absorbs everything in. Need a little bit of clearance. It's so easy to drive. It's so easy to drive. I'm feeling so comfortable here, and yet it's so easy. Piece of shit. There's so little chance to even go past half throttle in this car because it's just so much power, so much of everything that you need. You don't need, yeah. You want it, but you hardly have the opportunity to use it, to be honest. Oh, so agile. Crazy, man. This is the kind of car where do I put this sensation? It's like, you know the weight of the car that you are driving in, you know the power it has, you look at the speed that you are approaching the corners, and you're like, ooh, that's a bit unnerving, and then it just turns, hardly any body roll, and then done. You're done. Crazy. Mad car. But it's like a very strong, powerful wrestler who knows karate, who knows kung fu, who knows Muay Thai, and he's dressed in some Hugo Boss tuxedo and gently smiling at you while giving you an uppercut, you know. So it's like, it's so weird, so weird. It has every sense, the dynamism of an Aston Martin, but it is in the disguise of a Rolls Royce. I think that's how I would put a Bentley, you know. Everything that an Aston can do, but with the comfort levels, the design and cosseting interior of a Rolls Royce, and surrounded by plebeians, poor people. Look at that. Now, if you're offended, you don't understand British humor. Oh, that's a bit bright. The blind spot warning, that's very, very bright. That's like telling you that few flash saved you a few 100,000 ringgit. Oh, excuse me, my side mirror costs more than your car. And my rims probably cost the price of your house. Yeah, that's how a Bentley is. Am I intimidated? Yes, I am. I don't know the depth of its power, because you just feel there's so much of it that you really don't dare to even try it. But I may say, I find myself being able to control this car, oh my god, better than an E63. The E63 felt more scary, felt crazier, which rightfully it is, in a way. But in terms of how sorted the driving is, this is better to drive. This is better to drive, despite the weight. And you feel the weight every time you come into a tight corner. Every time you apply the brakes, you can feel it. You are suddenly reminded, oh yeah, I have a few tons with me. Suddenly reminded of that. Hear the car sucking air, man. Oh. Crazy. I think I'm barely even driving 5/10 of what this car is capable of, you know. And then it's raining. That is the scary part. Damn! Get out of my way! Oh. And the interior feels special, you know. Look, you think about it, this price. The price point of this car is not too far away from a Panamera Turbo S or the Mercedes AMG 63 GT4. Okay, this interior compared to the AMG GT4 interior, it's like comparing, I mean in this context, right? In this context, the interior finish of this car versus that of the AMG GT4 for the same price, for the exact same price point. This is like comparing a Hermes handbag versus that of a Guess or Bonia handbag. No, Bonia build quality is quite good. Let's go lower. Gucci, right? With their lousy stitching and all that. Yeah, the interior of this compared to the GT4 is like comparing a Hermes handbag with a Gucci handbag. Will you pay Gucci handbag the same price that you paid for a Hermes? You will not. Or Hermes. Some people like to say, oh Bobby, the correct spelling or pronunciation is Hermes. You all understand, then you understand. Seriously, for the price, I don't know, 1.8 million or 1.9, you know, this interior is another level from what Porsche did or what Mercedes did with the GT4. The GT4 is essentially an E-Class interior, okay? And damn, this one. Ooh. Is it scary? Scary. Will I ever one day be able to unleash the full power of this? Yeah, maybe North-South Highway straight, or Sepang if someone is footing the bills, if anything goes awry, because it is slightly intimidating to drive something like this with so much power and with such good athleticism, which means you don't feel scared until it's a little bit too late, because the car handles, the car is able to control it so well that you might just go slightly overboard at times. Yeah. Scary. Alright, that's the Genting run. Every time I drive cars that are so powerful, so capable, out of my league, I felt scared. Cheers.